The bond between Ryu and Ken is one of the most important relationships in the Street Fighter saga. These two childhood friends and rival martial artists have known each other for decades, having trained together under the watchful eye of their master Goken. Despite their different approaches to fighting and their separate journeys around the world, they always find their way back to each other, engaging in epic clashes that serve to sharpen both of their skills. But how exactly did these two become such close friends? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll break down the complicated relationship between Ryu and Ken, explaining why they're willing to fight tooth and nail against each other, yet always make time to look out for one another. So get ready to take a trip down memory lane as we explore the origins of one of gaming's most iconic duos. Before there was talk of world domination and evil plots, there was just two young boys learning the ways of the martial arts from their adoptive father, Goken. Both Ken and Ryu had tragically lost their parents at a young age. Ken's mother was killed in a robbery when he was just a baby, and his father left him in the care of Goken shortly after. Ryu's backstory is a bit more tragic. Not only did he lose both of his parents at a young age, but he was also left for dead after a vicious attack by a group of armed assailants. Fortunately for him, Goken, who was visiting the village where Ryu lived, sensed the boy's immense potential and took him in as his own. So it's safe to say that both Ken and Ryu had rough starts in life, but they were incredibly lucky to have found a home with someone as wise and experienced as Goken. Under Goken's watchful eye, they learned the ways of the martial arts, and most importantly, they became close friends. As young adults, they began to take their training more seriously and started to travel the world to test their skills against other fighters. However, their paths would soon diverge. While Ryu chose to continue honing his skills in solitude, seeking to achieve a state of self-mastery, Ken decided to return home and start a family, eventually becoming a successful businessman and martial arts instructor. Despite going their separate ways, the two friends would eventually find themselves back at each other's doorstep time and time again, often clashing in fierce battles that would push them to become stronger fighters. In fact, it was during one of their training sessions that Ken managed to defeat Ryu and earn his respect. Impressed by Ken's strength and determination, Ryu gifted him his signature red headband as a token of their everlasting bond. As the Street Fighter series progressed, their rivalry only intensified, with each fighter constantly trying to one-up the other. But it wasn't all bad. In fact, their clashes were often what motivated them to train harder and become better fighters. They've also fought alongside each other against common enemies, most notably the tyrannical dictator M. Bison and his criminal organization, Shadaloo. Through it all, Ken and Ryu have remained close friends, despite their different lifestyles and fighting philosophies. Ken, with his wife and kids always on his mind, and Ryu, who remains as stoic and solitary as ever, always seeking to improve himself. Their enduring connection is a testament to the power of friendship and the importance of always striving to be better. Now that you know the backstory of these two iconic characters, be sure to stay tuned for more videos on the Street Fighter franchise. And if you want to support us, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.